Once you open the Revit, where you will find this furniture placement. So here under the architecture tab, here you will find the one option is a place a component. Okay, now the thing is actually I have not installed this families. Okay, so in today's session we'll try to learn how we can install the families as well. Okay, so I'll showcase you people as well as I will also install in my system. Okay, so first if you go here in place a component option, you can see on your left hand side under the properties panel, you will find this properties option dialog box, where if you click on this type selector properties, here you can see the different types of the elements are available. Okay, maybe some kind of a wood rectangular portion is there. I don't know where we can put this, just a dummy box. Then here we have some kind of a supports material. Then different types of the trees available. Okay, if you are doing some landscaping work in your architectural model, so then this tree plantation also you can perform inside the Revit. And here we have some kind of a parking symbols where we can put to represent like how many like bikes or how many cycles or cars we can park. Okay, according to the your vehicle size, we can adjust this. Okay, then some kind of a generic square meter is available. Some different types of the desk families are available. So basically, when you are going in this place a component option, you will get all the families. Okay, all the families means like your dining table, furniture, each and every family what we are like using in our home. Okay, all like bed, sofa set, there are some electrical devices, lighting, then your some kind of washroom utilities, your kitchen equipments, fridge or washing machines, everything. You will get all these assets. Basically, those kind of all the assets are nothing but are the families only, but they have created the individual families and they put into the particular your Revit default library dialog box. So when we are accessing these things, you will get all these things predefined inside the Revit. In some scenarios, if you want to download from any of the other source, like let's say you want suppose a different type of the desk, which is this is like a simple computer desk you can see in the image, but you want a plain desk which is not available in this. So in that scenario, you can easily download from other websites, or one more options what you have, you can create your own. Okay, so if you go here, here you will find the two options. So now, firstly, we have discussed this place a component option where you can easily place the ready-made or the readily created object. And second scenario, here you have one option like model in place. Okay, if you want to create your own component or own kind of uh, like dummy model. Okay, this is not a proper family creation. Okay, so this model in place and family creation is somehow different. Okay, so family creation we are not discussing right now, but what exactly the model in place? So model in place basically whatever the shapes or the some kind of different shapes if you want to create, so it will allows you to create some kind of a complex shapes by using the 2D geometry, and those 2D geometry will automatically get converted into the 3D object. Okay, so this is nothing but the model in place element. Okay, so these two we need to learn. So first, let's see if I want to place some kind of one desk. So I will just simply place it here. Okay, and one more desk I will place it somewhere here like this. Okay, so once you place this, so if you go to 3D module, you can see the proper 3D. You can see the proper desk. Okay, similarly, if you go to this again, place a component option, and if you go to load families, so here you need to find one family template which will be available. So right now we don't have. Okay, why? Because when you are installing the Revit library or Revit software, there is one option. They will ask you whether you need a library content or not. So might be when I have installed this, I have not click on that window, so it has not downloaded by automatically. So where you will get basically, so this is again a one more important steps you need to do. So simply you can just go here. Okay, go to the Google. So you also need to be perform simultaneously. Okay, if you have a laptop open with you, just search and download all these families. Okay, just search this Revit content library for 2023 version. So I'm using a 2023 version. So I'll just go to this 2023 content. Okay. And here, just scroll down. So here you will find that family pack. Okay. So we are specifically using the US library. Okay. So just need to search for this. You can see Chinese content, some different types of like with respect to the country, you can find this French, German. Basically, German means what is the difference between this different types of family? Only the names and somewhere dimensions. Maybe in German specifically, they are very strict with the no dimensions. They are not following any feet inches. They are directly following the uh, meters and centimeter dimensions. So all the families you will get in the meter centimeter. So for US culture or for US content, you can specifically adjust. So you can see US content library for 2023. So we need to download this one. So 1.26. Okay, so this is also available. International English content, and this is language specific content. You can find it here as well, whether you have or not. No, we don't have for this for US. So search for this 1.26 GB and just click on this. Okay, if you click, you can see it will download it here. It is 1.3 GB, so it will take some time. So once it is downloaded, just need to be installed as a Revit package. And then if you go here to this one, so here you can easily, here you will find one folder like RVT 2023. Inside this, you can find all the types, maybe the structural element, architectural, different types of windows, different types of doors. Okay, I will explain this once it is downloaded. So everything, I think it's more than 2000 elements are there, okay, which is combining for all the different types of families. So whichever the things if you want to use in your project, you can easily import it. No need to create. And one more additional source, what we have. So let's say I want to create or I want to import a table family. Okay, let's say table family, table Revit family. Okay, so if you search this, so you will get different types of Revit families. Dot RFA means families. Okay, so you can see different types of shapes and different types of tables are available. So few websites are free of cost. You may get these families, and a few may not be free of cost. You need to pay something for this. So I think I'll already given you the two website name, Revit City and GrabCAD. So where basically you can download the families free of cost. Okay, I think this BIM object also you can download the free of cost families. Only you need to register with your company email. Okay, so this is I think first 14 or 30 days you may get a one trial. Okay, so in during that time you can like download multiple families and keep in your local machine. So whenever you require or whenever you want to import inside the Revit, you can like you will be having these families in your local. Okay, so this is how basically we need to work with this, respect to the family and which are the families we are going to create. Similar type of informations you will get over here. Okay, what you need to feed, what you need to if you want to adjust the dimensions or the table sizes. Okay, that also you can do. So let's say I have the table size for this particular table is around 525 and width is 762. Okay, but let's say same table, but I want to increase the length or increase the width, suppose. So in that scenario, what I will do, I'll simply go here. I'll make a duplicate one type. Okay, and I'll just table number 2, suppose. Okay, and here I can adjust this. See the width. Let's say I want 2025, suppose, and width will be around 1300. So 1300. Okay. And the depth is almost similar, the height of the particular column. So I'll just simply select it and I'll say OK. Now you can see the new table has been created. So this is how you can actually adjust, okay, according to your need. So here also you can adjust the height is too much, I guess. If you see, it's too much height. So if you want to adjust this, you just again go here and search for this. What is the depth for this? Okay, so I have basically increased the height here. Okay, not depth. So height and depth is different parameter. So height I want to keep it around same, and depth I want to increase, suppose 1300. Now you can see height is similar. Depth means this surface pattern has been increased. Okay, this pattern. So basically you need to understand what exactly the height and what exactly the depth is. Sometimes you may confuse, like height is nothing but this one. Okay, so but here this is the depth and height is nothing but this one. So you need to make sure which parameter you're considering. Okay, so similarly you may find so many options over here. Okay, let's say I will showcase you this tree, suppose. So if you click like this, so different types of trees are available. Okay, so just to go to 3D model. Okay, so if you want to see in the no proper realistic view, just need to turn this view into the realistic mode. Then you can actually feel it's a real tree. Yes, here you can see. Okay, if you zoom, it looks like a proper tree. Okay, still it is not a rendered image. When you are rendering this, you may feel it's like a looks like a real one. Okay, so it's also available. Similarly, there are around 25-30 options available, different types of trees. Okay, so whichever you want to import or whichever you want to add to your project so that you can easily add it. Okay, so we'll just check downloaded or not. Still it is downloading. So okay, it's taking too much time, I guess. Okay, so clear? Any question on this? How we can place this families and all? Clear?
Yes, sir.
All? Aryan, Pratik, Kush?
Yes, sir.
No question? Okay, then we will see one 3D view how we can create it. Okay, so let's say I want to render something. Okay, so if you let's showcase you a few things. Predefine things. I will show you. Okay, see this kind of a 3D views we can create. So just assume this is my complete 3D model, what we have defined. So just forget about this because we are not going to create any kind of a this. So this much model you can easily create now. Okay, so whatever so far we learned in this, you can easily create this. So you know how to create a railing, you know how to create a wall, know how to create a curtain wall, these doors, a railing, then the roof, windows. Okay, everything you can easily create. Okay, so nothing like a big thing for creating this much of a model. It's very simple. Okay, now once you create this, then you need to suppose want to create a basic or some kind of a photorealistic images for the particular model. Okay, so right now if you go here, how they have created, you can see this is the approach way. Then from yard, how your model looks like. This is a kitchen view. Okay, just a minute, it will open. Yes, you can see this is the kitchen rendered view. You can see some lightings coming. Then if you want to see the living room, you can see this is the living room. Okay, so if you want to some kind of a different type of section, like how it looks like. So let's say this views if you want to create or if you want to render, then how we need to work. Okay, so let's create a new own view. So I'll go to the floor plan. Okay, so this is my floor plan, suppose. Okay, and in this plan, suppose I want to create a one view. So what I will do, so if you click on this one, so here you will find one camera option. Now how to place the cameras, or else if you go to the view tab, under the view tab, here you will be having the multiple options. Okay, 3D view, sections, cutout. Okay, multiple things are there. So here again, if you drop down this arrow, so here you will find the camera. Okay, now once you enable this camera option, so here you will have some few options are available. What will be the scale of the camera? Okay, from which particular scale, whatever the area that is capturing inside that camera. So for that particular area, the scale is set by default 1:100. So basically it is not for camera, whatever the scale you are setting to the particular view, same scale generally it will take. Okay, now next option you have the offset. Means the particular camera will be taking the image from the this much height from level 1. So if you go to this one, north elevation, from this is your level 1. From this level 1, some around here. Okay, from this location, it will capture the image. Okay, so now this is in your hand, like how you want to capture it. Okay, so let's say I want to create an image from like a bird eye view or something. In that scenario, you need to simply select a level 2, and from level 2 above this much distance. Okay, so I want to place. Okay, so like this I will place. This is your how much area you want to cover inside this image. Simply place it like this. Okay, once you place, just make a shaded and just increase this size. Okay, how much you want to. So I'll just try to take this. Okay, so yeah, so this view, suppose I want to render. Now once you define or once you create your 3D views, you can, yeah, it's perfect. So now this I want to render. So for rendering, again in the same tab here you will find the render option, or else on the bottom side this kind of this bucket, sorry, छोटा दिख रहा है केटले जैसा वही वाला. So these options where you can see the show rendering dialog box. Either you can click on this tab or can click on this tab. So once you click on this, so here you will find this rendering option. Now, what kind of settings basically we need to perform while rendering the image? Okay, so here you will find the quality. So quality basically if you put on the high or the best quality, so it may take 3-4 hours to create the image, because whatever the material textures you have applied, okay, all those textures will get generated or all the textures will get appeared on that particular images, and then that image will generate. Okay, so for time being, I'll just put the medium one because we need the output in within a 2 or 3 minutes. So I'll just simply put medium, and the resolution. So output quality, what we are getting. So if I want to print the particular image as a no on paper or something, then the particular resolution of the quality should be good. Okay, so always you need to click on the print quality, because some people they want a printout for the particular images. Okay, so in that scenario, you need to choose the printer quality. Okay, and when you are clicking on printer quality, it will ask few settings. Okay, how much DPI? Now, what is the DPI? Anybody knows?
Dots per inch.
Hmm?
Dots per inch.
Dot? Miss, like what exactly the DPI? You know the full form, or what is the meaning? pixel. So we are like generating image in the pixel, right? Yes, no, guys. Okay. Similar to pixel, we have a kind of a DPI. So now why we are not like having like pixel here? Why would we have only DPIs? Okay, so basically DPI means whenever you are generating with respect to the realistic images, or whenever we are putting some kind of a materials or the textures you want to visualize in real time. Okay, so in that scenario, basically we are going for the DPI, dot per inch. Okay, so pixels are always only for the images that is a static images, or we can say which is only the one time click. But when you are you want to realize, or when you want to monitor the same image into the different scenarios, okay, real time image. So what will be the impact of the cloud, or what will be the impact of the sun on the particular image? In that scenario, basically we are going for the DPI. Okay, so these are some standard DPIs that are available. So if you want to generate the image on the higher DPI, that also you can put. So right now 75, 150, 300 and 600. This many DPIs are available. Okay, so you can see if I put 300, my image size will be approximately 12.4 MB. If I put 600, you can see my image size is approximately 49.7. Okay, which is increasing the image size. Why it is increasing? Because when you zoom to the particular image, it will give you the real texture. Okay, if you have a proper brick, then it will showcase everything when you zoom to the one single brick. Okay, so this is not only limited to 600. If you want more than 1200, 1300, simply just put it. Okay, you have option to put 100, the 1500. Okay, you can see 198.6 MB. This is my total size for the images. So basically for this much higher DPI, definitely you need a more time. Okay, so far I created a one view which is more than I think 1500 DPI once, which took around one night, means around 7-8 hours to complete that one rendered image, and which is around 600 MB for one size. Okay, so here also again this DPI which is, and the size which is not depends on the this value, which is also depends on the what kind of material you have applied on the particular view. So let's say here I have applied some kind of a acoustic material, or here some I have applied some different type of the heavy materials. In that scenario, it will take more time and it will increase your image size basically. Okay, so for time being, we'll not go in like deeper. So we'll just generate around the 3 MB or max to max 12 MB. It's sufficient, I guess. And here we have a lighting schemes. If you have put some lightings inside your building, then just give artificial. Okay, whether you want the interior view or outer. So right now I have my outer view, so I can put exterior and artificial. So in this scenario, if I choosing this option, I will see only the night view. So whatever the lights I can see inside this build rooms, and this cloud I can see only in the black mode because it's a night completely. If I put this particular artificial, instead of artificial, I can put only sun, then I will get the both the views. Means some lighting also, you sorry, you will get only the sun view. And if you put this middle wind, sun and artificial, in that scenario you will get the both the views. Like you can see slightly clouded sky, and few lightings which is going, or which is no on inside this room. So we'll perform this one, which will be combination of both sunlight and artificial. And here, if you want to increase the artificial lights, here you have one options. Okay, these dimensions basically you can turn on from this, or you can easily perform when you are putting the lights. Okay, and whether you want a clouds, you can just put I want a cloud. So just put very cloudy and just run this. Okay, just put the render click. So when you hit the render, you can see it will generate the rendered image now. Okay, you can see on the top, its rendering has been progress, and now you can see similarly, which will reflect here. So this rendering process or time will be again depends on your laptop configuration. Okay, if you have a very good graphics card and good processing speed, then it will happen in very quick span of time. Okay, if you have like less this one specification, then it may take more time. Okay, so you can see the output images like this. Now, let's say for same image, I want to switch. I want a sunlight from top right, let's say, and lighting I'll put some different settings, and now I will run only the artificial. I want to see the lighting effect. Okay, and I'll put no clouds and I will hit the run. In this case, you just see we also need to check whether those lights we have put whether those lights are on or not. If it is not on, then we cannot see the major effects. You can see this bedroom. Okay, one small light is on in this room, so we can see the only that one bed. The rest all we cannot see anything because it's completely. Maybe here we don't put any lights. I think this is the dummy model. In only this room we have put something. Can you see this one?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a small light which is available in this room, and here some one small bulb is available. Apart from this, is nothing is there. So like this, you need to basically not generate the images. Okay, so let's say I will just put on the screening mode, and I'll just go for this high quality, for example, without DPI, and I'll just put it interior artificial render. Now you can visualize. Okay, you can see now, which is in completely only two rooms, which is better than the last images. So this is a difference between like when you are putting this interior exterior. So these things basically you need to set properly. And here you get one warning, like furnishing the fabrics leather, which is not visible. Why? Because maybe this material which is not supporting to this render studio. Okay, so this kind of a same settings, whether you need to, so whichever the errors you are facing, in those errors, we need to remove the material or change the materials. Because like when you are rendering something for that particular material, the texture will not appear in your rendered images. If you have something like the texture wall paint on the exterior surface, and if this wall paint is not supporting to your render studio, in that scenario, that image or that particular wall will not showcase the rendered or the realistic view on your rendered image. It will looks like the normal white or generic material. That's it. So whichever the errors you may face, you need to basically work on it and fix those errors, and then only you need to completely render the images. So once you complete this rendered part, then you need to export these images as a JPG format. Okay, so basically if you go here, you will find one options. Okay, like save to project and export. Okay, and if you want to adjust the density of the light, that also you can do. So just go to the adjust exposure and just put this to the brighter. Okay, I want few brighter view. Okay, I'll just set this value up to 5.70 and I'll hit apply. You can see this room is slightly darker. Okay, if I want to more dark, let's say around 3.47. You can see. So this value also basically this values we generally called exposure. How much exposure you want. Okay, so like this you can adjust it. The intensity of the light basically. And just say OK and just go to save to project. Here you have one view. You can simply click OK. It will get saved over here. The rendered view. OK, just say OK. And if you want to export, click on export. Choose the desired location on desktop. Give some name and just save it. OK, now if you go to the desktop, here you will find that particular view. OK, see this one. Clear how to rendered settings. Any question? Clear guys? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now here you can see this Revit library content has been downloaded over here. So now I will install this. So just right click, go to this one. Run as administrator. Okay. And just say yes. Okay. So once you install this, all these families will appear inside this insert tab. Okay, here, click over here. So here you will get that folder, load family folder. Okay, how to search this? Simply go to the C drive where you have installed. To extract and to install. Okay, I will give you this path later on. So under the program data, here you need to find the Autodesk. And here you need to find the Revit 2023. Here is the libraries. So this libraries you will get. Okay, so some templates are available, family templates are available, whatever you want, English annotation. So here we don't have anything. So let's go to this libraries, go to this English we don't have. Okay, right now we are installing. So here and just say install. So once you install this, you will get all the families we discussed, like for multiple furniture, electrical, mechanical, for all disciplines. This is not specifically only for architectural. So whenever we are installing some kind of a families or any kind of a setups related to the families, okay, in that scenario, it will be applicable for the entire Revit module. It means for architecture, for structural, and for the MEPF as well. So it will be more than I think. Total count will be around more than 2500. Okay, including the single families. And if you are like having the same family but multiple dimensions, that is I think more than 15,000. So this much families you can easily access, and which is a predefined inside the Revit module. And if you want to explore outside this, then I told you these two websites. The one is a Revit City and one is a GrabCAD. So where you can easily download the free of cost. Okay, and basically in that website you will get all the families, like whichever the families if you want to search. Maybe if you want to place a small car in front of the or that particular 3D model or the bungalows, so those kind of a different cars also you will get. Okay, clear? Any question on this? Like Revit furniture placement and how we can render this rendering option. Okay, you see this install, then say finish. Okay, now if I want to load, just click on this load. Now you can see here you will find one option in libraries. Sorry, in libraries, this English option now came. Go to US. So here are the families. So let's say I want to install some furniture category. I'll go here. What I want, like bed, setting, storage, table. So I want suppose a small bed. Go to the bed. You can see this is a box bed. This is a like bunk bed, hospital bed, snacker bed, standard bed. So all these options, different types of options you will get. If you want to go for sitting, see the chairs, sofas, everything you will get. Different types of chairs also available. Okay, so I want to open this chair suppose. So I'll just go here. I'll go to level 1 and somewhere here I will put that chair. Yeah, go to this placement. You can see this chair has been came. So just place it somewhere like this. Like this. And if you want to place, see this cars options, everything is now enabled. So which are the things if you want to import, simply import it. And let's say this chair I want this over here. Okay, go to 3D view. See this. Okay, so many things are available. Only you need to search here into the proper families locations. Okay, these are the main tabs. Some kind of a different types of cable tree will get different types of the door, duct, then furniture, lighting, mass, mechanical component, plumbing component. In specialty equipment, you will find this kitchen equipment, domestic. You can see kitchen set, small, medium, mid-range. So this is a dishwasher, dryer. Everything is there. Multiple families are there. Okay, only you need to search into the proper folders. Okay, so this is about the placement of your furniture elements and the rendering.